Thank you for joining us today. Well Air is a device that purifies compressed air. Its greatest feature is overwhelming moisture removal and ultimate maintenance-free. Have you ever had problems with moisture or foreign matter in compressed air? We will show actual case study photos. This is a situation where a large amount of water is spewing from the compressor tank. Why does water occur? Next is the water coming out of the air tube of the packaging machine. Such cases are not uncommon in factories. They are caused by condensation. Compressed air becomes hot and humid in the compressor, and condensation forms as it passes through the piping. Now, what are the consequences of such condensation and contamination of compressed air? There are roughly 3 disadvantages as follows. Mechanical failure. At the very least, water leads to corrosion of metal objects. For example, machines contain large numbers of pneumatic cylinders and solenoid valves, and water entering them causes malfunctions and failures. Second, these problems lead to various maintenance cost increases, such as replacing parts, higher contracts for compressed air purification systems, and higher electricity costs. If a production line shutdown ultimately occurs, it could cause extensive damage. In fact, when the line stops, maintenance personnel rush to investigate the cause. We want to eliminate even 1 second of these downtime. Let's take a deeper look at the problems associated with compressed air that lie behind the disadvantages mentioned earlier. Problems hidden in compressed air. What is compressed air anyway? It is pneumatic pressure. Pneumatic pressure is a typical source of power for factory machinery, and the quality of compressed air is very important in pneumatic control. This is why compressed air purifiers cleaners exist. Compressed air purifiers ensure the quality of pneumatic power. Examples include air filters and air dryers, which you may be familiar with. However, these require regular maintenance and cannot fully address all condensation risks. For example, a problem like this can arise. Nobody replacing parts of the filter unknowingly. Water enters the machine, complains to machine manufacturer, incurring maintenance costs. Who is responsible for the quality of compressed air? What if there were a more reliable and simple solution to these problems? That is where Well Air comes in. Next, I will show you a demonstration. This is a simplified cross-sectional view of Well Air. Air enters through the entrance on the left side and is separated from the rest inside. The air outlet is on the upper side to cause maximum centrifugal separation. Contaminated water is automatically discharged downward. This is exactly the ultimate maintenance-free solution I mentioned at the beginning. Now, I would like to introduce some case studies in the second half. Are there any questions at this point? Here is a case study of a glove manufacturing factory. When I spoke with the factory manager for the first time, I asked him if he had any problems related to compressor air, but his response was that he was fine. However, when we actually visited the factory, we found a row of sewing machines like this. All of these machines were powered not only by electricity, but also by pneumatic pressure. And furthermore, this was how the air blowers cleaned lint and other debris from the sewing machines. However, I learned a surprising fact from the workers on site. He told me that this phenomenon of water coming out of the air blowers in such large quantities occurs almost every day. So how do they deal with this? It was common practice to wait until the water from the air blowers stopped coming out every day. This can be solved with well air. By the way, water was coming out even with another air filter on. Did the well air really stop the water from coming out? Now, please take a look at the before and after. Thus, no water came out at all, and they later informed me that it was very easy and they were able to work without worry. These are the benefits generated by well air. First, the draining process every morning has been eliminated. Second, we solve the risk of contaminated water on sewing machines. Finally, even maintenance costs, such as the cost of replacing filter parts, have been reduced. There are still many problems in the world caused by condensation that have not been solved. We want to solve these problems with well air. The more time that goes by, the bigger the difference, with and without the well air installed. We believe that well air will change the future of manufacturing industry. Let's review at the end. No need to replace filters, lower running costs, reliable removal of water, extended machine life, and improved product quality, simple structure, and long life, continuous stable performance. Thank you for your attention.